Hi, my name is Sherilyn Williams, and I'm your local Chicagoland and Indiana realtor with eXp Realty, helping you build your dreams through real estate. And if you need any help with your real estate needs here in Chicagoland or in Indiana, please send me a direct message and I'd be happy to help you. Today we're going to talk about an as-is sale. Should you do an as-is sale as a home seller? I'm going to give you some of the reasons, and then we'll go over the pros and cons of selling your home as is. So let's go ahead and get started. An as-is sale is selling your home in its current condition without doing any repairs or renovations. And oftentimes there's a misconception by home buyers that when a home is listed as is, there must be something majorly wrong with the home. And so oftentimes this will deter home buyers from looking at your home. So it is important as a home seller that when you meet with your real estate agent on a listing appointment, that you fill out a seller's disclosure form. On this form, you're going to indicate any major issues with the home to protect yourself and also to inform that home buyer before they write a contract. So let's go over the reasons why you may want to sell your home as is. Reason number one is that you just want to do a quick close. Maybe you have a new job opportunity that became available where you have to move out of state or out of the country, or maybe you're in the military and you're being deployed and you just don't want to deal with the repairs and renovations, and you just don't have time to monitor the repairs and renovations. This may be a good option for you to sell your home as is. Reason number two is dealing with the upfront costs. It can get very expensive for you. And especially if you've had some deferred maintenance over the years, it can become overwhelming and you really don't know where to begin to start doing repairs. Selling your home as is may be a good choice. Reason number three is if you've had an unexpected life change. Maybe you're going through a divorce, or there's been a death in the family, or maybe you've had a job loss. You're already going through a lot of stress already and feeling overwhelmed, so selling your home as is may help you out. Reason number four is if you're going through a financial hardship. Let's say that your home is getting ready to go into foreclosure and the bank is sending you letters stating that they're going to foreclose on your property. It may be best to go ahead and sell the home before it goes into foreclosure and it ruining your credit history. Reason number five is if you've inherited property. Let's say you and your siblings inherited property from your parents and they've passed away. You may not want to deal with the property and the upkeep and the renovations, and you just want to sell it and you just want to get out of it. And let's say if your siblings live in different states and who's going to monitor the repairs and renovations, it can just become too taxing and overwhelming for everyone. So selling the home as is may be the best option. If you like the information that I provide in this video, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel so that this information can get out to more home buyers and home sellers. Now let's discuss the pros of selling your home as is. Pro number one, like I mentioned earlier, selling your home as is allows you to sell the home a lot faster than the traditional way. With the traditional way, a home buyer has to get a loan, they got to get approved for the loan, and they have to go through the underwriting process. And oftentimes this can take between 4 to 6 weeks. Whereas with the as is sale, you can close a lot sooner. Pro number two is if you can attract a cash buyer, you can close sooner. Usually you can close within a week or two because that cash buyer only has to provide proof of funds. They don't have to go through the whole loan approval process. And many times cash buyers are attracted to as-is sales because they're hoping that they can get a deal. Pro number three is that there's less upfront costs. You don't have to put a lot of money into repairs and renovations. And if you wanted to, you could just focus on little repairs that you could do to make the home be more appealing to a home buyer. Pro number four, you don't have to worry about a lot of negotiations back and forth with the home buyer. But just a side note, that home buyer is still entitled to have a home inspection conducted to make sure that there's no major issues. And if they have that home inspection conducted and there's major issues, that home buyer may still try to negotiate with you with the repairs. And now that's really up to you if you want to or not. But I might suggest to you, if you were my client, that you offer some seller concessions if you don't want to do the home repairs. Now let's go over the cons of selling your home as is. Con number one, like I mentioned earlier, is that a lot of home buyers have that misconception that if a home is listed as is, there's major issues wrong with the home. And because of this, it will deter a lot of home buyers from even wanting to see your home, which really declines your buyer pool. So one thing to remember is that you don't have to list your entire home as is. Let's say most of your home is okay, but that garage door is damaged. You may want to say selling home with garage door as is, but the rest of the home can still be negotiable between you and that home buyer. Con number 2 is that home buyer can still back out of the deal after conducting the home inspection, and it comes back in the report that there's major issues. So that is pretty much the same as in the traditional way. Con number 3 is that you more than likely will get a lower price for your home, and your home cannot command market value. So in some cases, there's home sellers, or maybe you're a home seller where that doesn't really matter to you. You just want to get out of the home and sell it. But then you may be a home seller where you're like, no way, I don't want to lose any money. I want my home to sell as high as I can. So you may decide to go ahead and do the renovations and repairs so you can sell your home closer to market value. So is it a good idea to list your home as is? You know, it's really up to you and your circumstances. And if you were my client, I would highly suggest that you don't list it as is, because like I mentioned earlier, when it's listed as is, many home buyers are going to not want to even view your home, and you want to keep your pool of buyers very high. So I would list it regular, and then I would offer that home buyer some seller concessions. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some insight and some knowledge and some education on if it's a good choice to list your home as is. And if you're looking to have a listing consultation here in Chicagoland, please send me a direct message. I would love working with you. Thank you for watching.